Olga Kulikova and me, Dmitry Zharkov, and we are very happy to do the lecture for Czech Federation, and thank you very much for your kind invitation. We hope we can help a little bit during these difficult times, and maybe we give you some interesting ideas and information that you can use in your dancing. So, as I understand, we should do 5 lectures, and the first lecture is about the slow waltz, and we will speak about the head weight.
The usage of the head weight and the correct usage of the head weight.
Yes, because now I think it's a lot in nowadays to use the head weight in your dancing, and maybe it's very also important. Maybe without this you cannot be so successful. But what we can see that sometimes the wrong moment of usage of the weight or the wrong mechanic of doing this can destroy a lot the couple and also the balance. So before to start how to use the head weight, maybe we need to speak about the priorities during just the normal swing action in the waltz. So when we dance normal swing action, full swing timing like 1, 2, 3 without any syncopation, I would like to give you the idea of priority in every step, in every beat. So what we are doing on number 1, what we are doing on number 2, and what we have to do on number 3. So of course, if I need to say only one word for number 1, the main one is drive. We need to use the movement a lot, and we use the big muscles of our leg. We need to move our body into the space. So on number 1, if I need to say only one word, is the drive. We use the drive. On number 2, for me personally, I think, and we are losing this moment a lot, is the vertical rise. So if I think I will say like this, that you see better. On number 1 is the drive. On number 2 is the vertical rise. And then on number 3 is the redirection of our body to the next figure. Depends which step I want to do. If I want to move to the right, I use my weight to the right. If I want to do to the left, I use my weight to the left. Or if I want to move back. So this is the moment when we need to decide where we have to move. But we don't need to cancel number 2, vertical rise. So what I can see in the last years on the competition, and that's what for me is a misunderstanding, is that from number 1, the couple start immediately to use the head weight and the body weight on number 2. So what it's going to be? So it's like 1, 2, 3. So immediately we are not passing through the vertical rise, we are immediately falling down to the next figure. And in my personal opinion, that still we need to respect the rules, the deep quality and the balance first of all, that we need to learn first of all 1, on number 2 how to keep the balance, and then to decide number 3 to redirect our body, maybe to use the head weight and everything else. So because of this, we can see many times on the floor the couples are not controlling the situation. They start to be a little bit like a bus drivers, you know, like I have the big wheel in front of me, and they go 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we always see this idea without balance. So this is what a little bit hurts me, because I think we're a little bit responsible for this. We were the couple who start to use the head weight a lot, but it's very important when you use this one.
And plus, when the partner starts, so I will speak now about mistake a little bit, when the partner starts to use the head weight immediately without using the body into the vertical rise, after activating the second center and only the last moment activating the head weight, if you miss these 2 actions, rise in the spine and directing the second center towards the lady, if you start with the head, you will never finish with the body. In this case, the body always looks blocked. and the partner starts to create always big shape, actually starting from the hips, and in this case, lady starts to be vertical. And this is really like a little bit changing of the places. The lady starts to keep the balance of the couple, and the partner starts to be, I'm not saying flexible, but he's just
he's not flexible.
Yeah, shaking inside of the couple.
Shaking or shaking?
Shaking.
Shaking.
Like,
it's a bit different. Shaping and shaking is not the same, because he is too much active, and what we learn also in our career, when one of the person is too much, another
has to keep.
Exactly, has to be more in this situation. So, but better if the lady is more doing and the man is more the man. We already have the heels and sometimes the tongue on ourselves, so we're already not really strong men. So we need to be careful about these ideas.
So, speaking about men's flexibility, about the second center, actually it's more or less the same what is lady doing, just the amount is different. Because when the lady starts to create her shape, her activity in the upper part of the body, she's doing the same, but in the beginning, she has already minimum stretch, minimum shape, bigger than the man. And because of this, of course, the work of the lady is more visible, probably, but the principles are still the same. I would like to touch upon ladies' position and ladies' head weight. So, if we speak about the slow waltz, of course, in all the dances we use a lot of the rotations, but in slow waltz we use probably most of all natural rotations. Natural reverse, but we use a lot of natural rotations, and it's very important that creating her position, lady already separates her head weight from the body a lot, because during the rotation it's very important, especially during the natural rotation, for the man it's very important to feel that the weight of the head is always connecting with his right hand, but her right side, her center, is connecting with the body. And when he feels that, okay, her body is in front of my body, but the weight of the head is going into the arm, he can create big amplitude of the rotation without losing the balance into the foot. Many times, lady creating her shape just in one line, so I can do, if I stay like this, I can do center, second center, and head into the shape. But if you watch me from here, so I'm staying in one line. I'm far away, but I'm staying in one line. And during the dance, because the lady is always in front, men start to actually create the same action about which we were talking just before. He starts to shake around the couple. He starts to search for the space where he can move.
So it's provoke him to do the mistake, otherwise he feels blocked.
So it's very important that creating her shape, lady separate the head from the body in this dimension. So center, second center, and the head should stay always in the curve. And if you watch me from this side, you still see the curve, probably the same one. But if you watch me from here, and especially from here, you should see that the head is not in the same line with the center. So when we create the position with the partner, we direct right side to the right side, support him with the left side, but the head from the second center is going strongly to the left.
So here we do one more time. I think from this angle better.
Now, when we start to change the weight from one foot to another one, still the head weight is following the right hand of the partner. It never follows if we turn again to the camera, if we change, and I change also the head weight. I can watch to the left, and my feeling is that I'm still on the left.
Can I
but
come
in this
over
case,
to the camera? Yes, I think
in this case, I'm still in the line.
So when she transfers the weight, still she keep her head weight over my head. So it's not changing in this moment. So I feel always she's in my head. Her body is always with me. Her head is always in my hand. So she never tried to make it together, or body and head together with me, or body and head together with my hand. So the way what I feel from Olga, that she have two body. One body is which is touching me, which is always directing to me, and another body is which is not touching me, which is more high than the point of the contact is there. So it's separation.
So creating this separation with the head, I give opportunity to Dima drive forward and turn at the same moment. Because if I move too much weight together with my head, if we start movement, for example, they should turn.
I will choose this direction.
And now, if I put all together in the arm, for him not possible to move. He feels that, oh my God, she's turning, I need to turn immediately without drive. If I stay too much connected with his right side, with my weight of the head as well,
I feel heavy to move. I feel I cannot pass.
So for him opportunity or to use the arms to put me away from his weight, or to start to sway to break his body line to search
so if we do one more time, the wrong one, then Olga tried to be like head and body together with me. I feel that to pass her, I need to be very flexible around. So I'm losing my verticality a lot. So in the reality, what we want to try to do, that her head is always pulling, but the body is always with me pushing. So when I'm arriving to this step, I feel that she is with me, with the body, but the head is away. I think this is not the correct angle. We try in this way. Maybe they will see better. 4, 5, 6, 1. I think now you can see that she is totally with her head and hand together with the leg, and I have the freedom to move. But at the same time, I feel very strong contact in the base.
So in this case, for the lady, it's very important to create space in the leg, in diagonal, and at the same moment, the head is going in the same diagonal. But the weight of the right side is continuing to search the common center, following the weight of the partner's right side. So in this case, the head of the lady is working more opposite, so to say, about the man's head, because head always starts the activity. If I'm a little bit late to move my head weight, for the partner not possible to activate his body weight. So that is why in the beginning I told that the first position which we create are different. Man is more vertical, and the lady already has minimum of the shape. And it's very important that the lady always keep this minimum. Even if I use a lot change in my center, I mean in metronomic dimension, I never change this minimum shape. So I always keep this curve to the left, and I always keep this muscle stretched and open to give constant weight in the right head. So maybe we show one more time.
Yes, let's show like this. Okay.
So I'm preparing the movement with my left leg, and in the same moment, the head is going there immediately. Last thing, I will show the wrong one. Because before I
want to speak.
Before I was showing the bad examples when the head is connecting or too much here, or the right side is going too much together with the head. Now I will not move the head backward. I will move too much forward while my hips will prepare the movement back. This is good. And now here we go. This is also.
No, to be honest, I didn't feel very bad. So because she gave me the space, I can survive.
Yes.
she gives me the space under the body, I can move, but at the same time I don't feel balance because immediately the structure, the weight inside of the couple is changed. So we come back to the main idea. Again, on number 1 we are driving. On number 2, vertical rise. This is very important, not to start from number 1 to use the head weight immediately. On number 2, we need to find the vertical rise to find the balance. And only on number 3, we can use the head weight to the direction of the next movement. So again, if I show, for example, I think in this dimension, open natural turn, for example, if I go 1, is not immediately on number 2, I invite the lady, which is maybe feels not so bad. But it will pull you to the mistake to feel like a bus driver, as I said before. So on number 2, on number 2 is vertical rise, is there, and then only in the last moment I can invite with my head weight. So if we do together, open natural turn, outside the leg, from the hover position, for example, 1, 2, 3, 1, drive, vertical rise, and then here I can use the head weight. More I use the head weight back, more I use the body weight, like my right side forward, to invite to the next figure. Right here. So again, if we touch the last moment of the open natural turn, we are right here. Now, not immediately there is the vertical rise. I try to touch with this point. I don't know what is this point in English. Huh?
The middle of the head.
The middle of the head. In Russian we say makushka. In English there is no this kind of word.
Maybe in Czech.
Maybe in Czech you have, I don't know. In Russian it's makushka. So this part I try to touch the roof first and then invite to the next step. 1, 2, 3. 1, I want to be inside of the camera. 1, for example, shotset. 2 and 3. Spin turn. 1, 2, 3. Turn over. 1 and 2 and then 3. So all the time I try to find, if I take very easy step like natural turn, spin turn, and turn off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. So this is very important. In this case, you always bounce. Of course, if you have a lot of strong syncopation, you don't have time to make vertical rise. Maybe you can use more idea of the quick step. So if I take this Waltz idea and I move to the quick step, it wouldn't work. Because if I do the same steps, for example, we're doing the Waltz, I don't know, something like this. Like a weave, 1, 2, off quarter, 3. Outside change to the promenade, and again this. 1 on number 2, vertical rise, and then I change. 1, 2, vertical rise, and then I change. If I try to do the same in the quick step, I don't have time for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We change the head weight immediately. So we don't pass through the vertical rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So immediately I push my body weight to the next figure. In the Waltz, we cannot use this idea. Only if we have strong syncopation, when we don't have enough time for this. This is important. And I think before to finish, I want to give also the example from the promenade, which was a strong situation in my career that I don't understand what the teachers want. I think every dancer gets this situation in his life, in his career, that you come to one lesson and the teacher said to you, when you arrive to the promenade, you use the sway and you go. And you try to practice. Okay, you practice. You go promenade, sway, and you go. You come to another teacher and he said, what you do? What are you doing? It looks like you take out from the earth potato. Don't do, not sway, no sway. And immediately you try to keep left side, okay, no sway. And another teacher again, you are flat, use the sway, use the sway. So for me, I couldn't understand for the long time what I have to do. Do I need to sway or I don't need to sway? After I understood that it looks like a sway, but it's not a sway. It's the body weight which is inviting myself to the next figure. So if I stay like this, the sway is maybe on the spot. But I don't try to use this one, I try to falling out from the foot. So if, Olga, can you be my supporter from here? Can you touch me with 2 hands? Now, because I will fall down. So this is my vertical position. Now, I don't use this weight. I'm using the weight forward. So this is, Olga starts to shake. So it looks like a sway, but it's not. So it's not moving here, it's just the body weight which is pulling me to the next figure. It looks like a sway. So many times I see that the couples try to sway without any reason. It's the usage of your body weight and maybe the head weight. And of course we use this weight, but it's not the priority.
So now Dima says that in the quick step we have to redirect immediately, and sometimes we use kind of this idea in the waltz when we do syncopated steps, but still guys, it's from the feet. When you lose the small action which starts down, everything looks disaster and you feel not together. So if we start with the head, it will kill your common center.
Yes, so we were happy to make for you the first lecture for Czech Federation. I hope you enjoy with us and see you soon.